The high school football playoffs continue tonight in the regional semifinals. Still have 10 teams still eyeing a state championship. We're going to kick things off with a rivalry game in the third round of the playoffs. How about Canyon facing West Plains at Happy State Bank Stadium with a trip to the state quarterfinals on the line. Reed Macon, he's going to find Caden Hooker under pressure. Touchdown, 7-0 Wolves. 4th and 10. Brock Hacker for Canyon. Beautiful pass over to Noah Sanchez. That would lead to a field goal, makes it 7-3. Slow start for West Plains, but they got it going. Lawson Betancourt slips through the seam, gets past the goal line. West Plains leads 14-3. Third quarter, Macon. He's going to pump fake and find Caden Schneider. The rest is history. West Plains, they move on to the state quarterfinals where they'll face the winner of this next one, Randall Raiders. They had the extremely tough task facing off with the #1 ranked team in the state in 4A, that being Stephenville. And the Yellow Jackets look good as advertised against the Raiders. They cruise 51-6. That sets up Stephenville and West Plains, a top 5 matchup with a state semifinal trip on the line next week. Let's go to 3A, Division II, Canadian taking on Idalou. A rematch from the same round last year. The Canadian won by a touchdown. Rough start to the game this year for the Wildcats, though. Weston Mitchell passes it over to Sladen Dickerson. It bounces off his chest. Idalou recovers, and they're going to pound their way into the end zone on the ensuing drive. Next Idalou drive, they make it look a little easier this time. No push from the back on that one as he just walks his way in. This time it's going to be Canadian trying to get something going before halftime. Mitchell to Dickerson. And he's going to look down the field to C.J. Jimenez. Nice play there for a big gain. Next play, Mitchell finds Junior Cervantes. He's into the end zone. However, Idalou flips the script this year, 24-17. They move on. Canadian may be moving on to 2A Division I next year. We'll see when it comes to UIL realignment if they played their final game in 3A for a while. West Texas High taking on New Home, 2A Division I. This one played in Floydada. West Texas High is 12-0, one of the only remaining teams in the area undefeated. New Home, they strike first though. They make it 7-0 as Madrid's into the end zone, but here come the Comanches. Cade Winters, man, he's been a machine all year. Yes, I said a machine. 7-6, more from the Comanches. This time it's Kelby Sherwood. It's that 1-2 punch, but I'm going out on, I don't even think it's going out on a limb to say one of the best or the best offensive line in all of 2A D1. Some big boys up front that make it a lot easier on Sherwood and Winters. This time it's Winters powering his way in from 3 yards out and still undefeated. West Texas High 26-19. They move on to the state quarterfinals, where they will play the winner of this one, Cisco. They get past Spearman 28-20, but how about the Lynx putting up a fight? They were a 3 seed and stood toe-to-toe with a 1-loss Cisco team. WT High Cisco next week at Lubbock Cooper High School at 6 o'clock. Groover taking on Ropes. We go to 2A Division II. We go back to Happy State Bank Stadium for the early action. Briggs Satterfield, Mason Langford. Check out the concentration. He's known for his skill on the basketball court, one of the top players in the area, but man, he's a good football player as well. 6-0. A bit later, Satterfield to Langford. Again, he hauls that one in. That would lead to a field goal, 9-0. Fourth quarter, 9-7. Groover only up 2. Satterfield keeps, finds room on the right side. He's across for the score. He's played a lot of football in his life, and he's not done playing yet. 16-7. Minutes later, Groover. They're going to get it back. Satterfield again, keeper. He's going to fall in for another touchdown. That would be more than enough. Groover moving on to the regional finals, 23-13. They're going to play the winner of this one. Let's go to Stratford and Bovina. First quarter, Chase Lanelmy. He's going to find Alex Romero on the slant. Touchdown, Elks. A bit later, Lanelmy. He's going to complete a screen pass. This is going to be to Ranger Carroll. He does the rest of the work and takes it all the way for the long score. 20-0 Stratford. They scored 3 touchdowns on their first 6 plays. Bovina's the Cinderella story, but the slipper falls off in the regional semifinals as Stratford wins it 48-14. And finally, in six-man, our final local team has now bowed out as Klondike gets past Miami 60-36. That's the Warriors' first loss of the season. Congrats on a great season. Klondike, one of these state championship favorites. And finally, speaking of state title games, Texaco in New Mexico. They're going to play in the 2A state title game tomorrow, and guess what? They get to host it. That'll be fun. That'll be at 1 o'clock in Texaco.
All right, a lot of football. A lot
Absolutely,
of
yes.
we appreciate it.
Thanks for the time. I appreciate it.